No, I don't fight for revenge. I just fight for the feeling.
Every so often, a star is born. A masterful prodigy, someone who beats every person that comes their way without a shred of difficulty. And sometimes, those prodigies start early. That's the case for Mica Galvao, the babyface BJJ destroyer. Galvao has come onto the scene like lightning, striking everyone with his speed and technical ability. With a great start to his career, the sky's the limit for the young superstar. Come with us as we take a look into the career of BJJ's young star. Born in Manaus, Brazil, Mica Galvao started his career early and in good hands. His father, Mica Galvao, was the head of the Special Anti-Kidnapping Squad as well as a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. Together, the father and son duo began their journey to the world stage, with Mica entering his competition at just 4 years old. Mica proved himself a strong force in the BJJ world, dominating the main competitions in Brazil time and time again. Despite his young age and smaller size, Galvao was able to submit bigger and more experienced opponents with ease. After controlling the Brazilian circuit for a time, the Galvaos moved on to challenge the world in the US of A. The 13-year-old green belt started making waves when he began defeating much bigger and older opponents in his matches. Here's him beating 25-year-old grappler Ray Mujica Jr. by
pretty
submission.
good. Can he finish Ray with this arm lock? And he does! Micael!
At 15, Galvao was promoted to blue belt and later went on to defeat former black belt champion Leandro Ronaldo. At the Copa Poggio Orange League event, Galvao won the IBJJF European Jiu-Jitsu Championship taking place in Portugal in the juvenile division, won the Abu Dhabi International Pro Championship taking place in Manaus, and earned his purple belt all under 17 years old. Less than a year later, Galvao got promoted again, this time to brown belt, after he won the 2019 Abu Dhabi Grand Slam. A year later, he won the Grand Slam again. Galvao kept racking up wins in 2021. Flaw Grappling's Who's Number 1 had him taking on world no-gi black belt champion Dante Leon, where Galvao won by decision. That same year, Galvao won the Abu Dhabi Grand Slam World Pro. The 2021 IBJJF No-Gi Pan Championship in the middleweight division, won that title at the Third Coast Grappling 7 Grand Prix by submitting 3 black belts in one night. Nine months after gaining his brown belt, Galvao finally got his black belt in BJJ. Not ready to sit on his laurels, Galvao kept his dominance over the Abu Dhabi Grand Slam by taking out the competition through submission. In November 2021, Galvao became the youngest athlete to compete in the AJP World Pro Championship at the male black belt level, then became the youngest competitor to win the event after he submitted everyone who came his way. Galvao started off 2022 in style when he won the Brazilian ADCC trials.
Majid Hayes is pushing through, pushing forwards.
His victories secured him a spot at the biggest grappling tournament in the world, and his biggest challenge yet, the ADCC. The International Grappling Tournament is where stars are born and the strong survive. At just 18 years old, Galvao had earned himself a spot with the world's finest. There was still time till the ADCC happened though. In the meantime, Galvao entered one of the biggest BJJ shows of the year, the BJJ Stars 8 Middleweight Grand Prix.
It's more than enough time.
That's it.
The prodigy returned to Brazil, where he found himself up against strong and storied competition, including his first opponent, Leandro Lo. Lo is world-class grappler with championships under 5 different weight classes. Galvao had his work cut out against them, facing one of the most accomplished grapplers in the world in the starting rounds. Through a back-and-forth match without a clean victory, Galvao managed to secure the judges' cards and pass to the next round. Galvao had secured a major victory already. Beating out longtime veteran Lowe was a sign of things to come. His second match went much easier for the prodigy as his opponent, Mauricio Oliveira, was fighting injured and eventually had to bow out in order to save himself from a worse injury. Galvao found himself fighting against Lucas Hulk Barbosa, an extremely accomplished champion who had dominated the world circuit. Lucas lived up to his Hulk nickname, being a huge slab of meat compared to the smaller Mica. However, Galvao managed to outwork his bigger opponent, capitalizing on a single moment of hesitation from Barbosa and catching him with a bow and arrow choke to take the victory and the championship. In one fell swoop, Galvao had managed to claim victories over two of the most accomplished grapplers in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Continuing his hot streak, Galvao entered the 2022 IBJJF World Championship, where he came face-to-face with an old rival, Tai Rotolo. Like Galvao, Rotolo was an up-and-coming grappler on a string of impressive wins. The two were only a year apart, practically growing up together and meeting on the mat on a number of occasions. A year before, the two came face-to-face where Rotolo handed Galvao a loss after a fierce match that ended with a decision. Galvao wanted to settle the score. Despite the stiff competition, the young warriors ended up meeting each other in a storybook ending. Both Galvao and Rotolo wanted to prove that they were the next generation of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. The two rookies faced each other for the final. The tension in the air was palpable, as either man could suddenly take the lead and become a champion. With a masterful flourish, Galvao reversed Rotolo's offense and took his back, securing his victory and becoming the youngest champion in history. At just 18 years old, Galvao had become a world champ. Now it was just the ADCC left for him to conquer. In his run, Galvao managed to claw his way to the finals, beating out John Danaher-trained black belt Oliver Taza in his first match. He secured a submission against his next opponent, no-gi world champion Renato Canuto.
Diving on an arm now.
Every single attempt you give.
And placing himself in the semifinals, where he faced off against Canadian world champion Dante Leon. Galvao managed to win it out against Leon through points, where the young champion found himself in another storybook matchup. This time though, Galvao was looking more like the antagonist. Standing in his way was Cade Rotolo, the twin brother of Tai, and Cade was looking for vengeance. The two had it out in an explosive matchup, with neither side looking to give up their chance at victory. Only one winner could go down in history as the youngest champion. It wasn't Galvao. Cade secured a submission and handed Galvao the first submission loss of his career. He returned to much fanfare after months of inactivity when he competed in the Abu Dhabi Grand Slam Tour. Galvao swept the competition, taking home the gold and assuredly restoring some of his confidence. However, that soon fell to some more tragic news. Due to a failed drug test following the 2022 IBJJF tournament, Galvao had been suspended for a year. Luckily for him, his usage was cleared after the investigation found that he had been under the care of a physician that had not asked for an exemption. While 2023 had been rough for Galvao, his determination showed he was not out of it yet. The young prodigy still has fire. He returned to the IBJJF scene in August, winning gold medals in the gi and no-gi competitions on two separate occasions. Mica Galvao is not out of it yet. In October, Galvao showed why he's still top tier with a stunningly fast win over PJ Barch to win the 170 WNO championship. With less than a minute on the clock, he secured an armbar and secured the championship.
And he's got it, and he gets a submission. Galvao is your new 170-pound movement.
How his career will continue from here is anyone's guess, but given how far he's gone in such a short amount of time, it looks like Mica Galvao is set to go far. That's it for the inside look on the career of the young prodigy Mica Galvao. How do you think his next matches will go? Let us know in the comments below. As always, be sure to like and subscribe for more MMA and combat sports content. See you next time.